So I created a simple command line solution on using the Pomodoro technique, and I call it Pomodoro CLI. So what does it do? Well, in simple terms, it's just a Pomodoro for the command line. However, what's cool about it is that it collects your data into the CSV file and then allows you to display it in different formats. So how do we use this? Well, let's call Python 3 on main.py. And it gives you a menu on two different options, either start the Pomodoro or view the stats. So starting the Pomodoro is pretty self-explanatory. It just starts a Pomodoro timer. And for default, it's 50, 10, and 30 for the sessions. You can always change this in your config file, so config.py. And you can also change the alarm path, the break sound path, and where the data is stored. And so let's look at the stats, the cool part of this. So let's view stats. So once you start Pomodoro timer and you finish it, you can view the stats in view stats. So the default is looking at the daily stats. So if you look at the daily stats, these are the Pomodoros that I've done today. And these are just kind of dummy stuff. And this is also a dummy option. And it'll also show you the streak. So let's go back into here. And so there's different little options in here. There's the daily stats, your general stats. So those are stats throughout every single day. It'll count your mean, your min, how many sessions you've had, your max, and your streaks. And then if you go to other, it'll show your hours studied, getting a random session, all these little things, and then also a line chart for time studied today. That's used using matplotlib. And so let's go into our config.py and put in an entry here. So let's change all of this into 0.1. And then start a Pomodoro timer. And once it gets to 0, what it'll do is it'll ask you to give a brief sentence on what you accomplished this session. So what did I accomplish this session? Let's say I did a little bit of work on creating an essay. And then after that, it'll go on a short break. Maybe you can go play a game of chess or something like that. And then continue. And then after that, it'll go to the next session and it'll continue. And to get out of this, I just press Control C and I've exited. And then let's run the program again. Let's look at our stats now. So let's look at our daily stats. And now we have this extra thing here called I did a little bit of work on creating an essay. So this description, and let me, it's a little smaller. And session length, streak, and all that stuff. So it has all the information on it. And I just think this is pretty cool. So if you'd like to use it or like to look at the GitHub for this, the links should be in the description. And yeah.